So, have you got teenagers in your family knee-deep in GCSEs or A-levels at the moment? Or maybe a bit younger, they might be going through SAT tests at the moment, because that's happening this week as well, isn't it? So it can, of course, be quite a tough time, not just for kids, but also for parents, grandparents and carers. So, what's the best way to help youngsters with exam stress? Angela Karanja is a psychologist and a parenting teenagers expert from Banbury and joins me right now. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning. How are you?
Really good, thank you. You sound as happy as I sounded when the sun was out over the weekend, but it's not out today, so I'm a bit miserable on that front.
Oh, we savor what happened the weekend.
Absolutely, we have to. Now, you have an 18-year-old daughter, don't you? What was your experience of getting her through the exam season with all the stresses that come with that?
Right. At the moment, in fact, she's gone into one of them, right? And what I said to her in the morning, you've done everything you could have. So today is just relax and just do it. Because you and I know that the process of doing exams, it's really about retrieval and being creative, right? And both of these functions, they require calmness of mind. Without being calm, it's just anxiety. And when you're anxious, you don't do as well. I mean, I want to give you an example. You see, when you imagine for cream to float to the top or to float to the top, it requires to be calm and cool, right?
I really like that analogy, because I guess if you've got a glass with milk in it that's full fat, if you're shaking it around, the cream's not going to rise, is it?
Exactly. And that's what we need to remind our young people. Just stay calm and cool, and whatever information needs to be retrieved will float to the top. And your creativity to be able to expound on the points will flow to the top. And it's up to us to remind them that, and also as parents, as teachers, to offer that supportive environment. And one of the things, again, I keep saying to them, you or the exam, who is more important? You as the person are more important than the exam. And we're not saying that exams are not important. But when it comes to who is more important, you have to think in terms of, I'm going to look after myself. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm going to do my best, right? And that's all we can do. Because stressing and being anxious, it just makes it even worse. It makes you not remember anything. It makes you be filled with angst. And it just, you are sweating over there. And your best creativity and retrieval can just not come through.
Absolutely. If you don't look after yourself, then you're not going to do very well anyway, are you?
You won't do very well. And I mean, there's a couple of interventions I speak to parents and young people about, and it's just about understanding yourself. Even just rubbing your fingers together, it's a way of calming yourself, right? And it's important sometimes children understand that even rubbing, the corners of your at the top of your head, just rubbing at the top of your head, it just calms you, right? And if young people can understand some of these things to do, then they can stop being as anxious as most of them are. I mean, the anxiety at the moment is top. It's just out of.
Well, yeah, it'd be through the roof at this point, obviously, with a lot of teenagers doing these exams. How can you support your children as a parent, but not suffocate them, though?
Yeah, just again, like I said earlier, just say to them, you've come this far. I trust you. Just go and do your best.
What other top tips do you have for exams? Are there any particular tips for maybe revision or the build-up to the exams?
The build-up to, I would talk about sleeping. Sleeping, this is not the time to try and cram everything. If you haven't done what you should have done, this is not the time to try and cram, right? This is the time to actually sleep well. Yeah, our young people need to sleep well so that all that information. Remember, at the beginning I talked about retrieval. Exams are about retrieval, retrieving everything they have learned, and also creativity, right? So if they can have good night's sleep, instead of stressing about what I haven't done or what I have done, have a good night's sleep, eat well, and then just go and do it. Our young people are capable. They've been in classes for ages. They must have caught something, right? And if we remind them that they're likely to do very, very well, actually.
So are we better off
under stress?
When it comes to like exam revision timetables? Are we better off planning that so that the revision ends a week before the exams, so that during the exams it's a case of you're not revising now, you're just letting it absorb and you're just taking things easy and you're being kind to yourself?
Exactly. That is what I would absolutely, that's what I absolutely advise. It's not about cramming. It's about now reveling in, I've done my best. And then just, like every once in a while, challenging yourself. What do I know about this? What do I know about this? What do I know about this topic? If this came, what would I say? You're challenging yourself with little questions that you can expect to come in the exam. And that makes you more excited and even more ready. And you're looking forward to actually doing the exam instead of stressing about it.
Absolutely. Stress is never a good thing. How can anyone get in touch with you if they think they need any support, Angela?
Oh, absolutely. If you want to get in touch with me for any support, just call. It's Banbury 01295368042, or you can just go to our website at raisingremarkableteenagers.com.
Raisingremarkableteenagers.com. That's a website most definitely worth remembering. Angela Karanja, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all those tips, all right?
I really